Star Ocean 2, or Star Ocean Second Story, was an absolute classic on the PlayStation and was released during an age when RPGs were in their golden age. Its graphics were beautiful then, but with this remake they have decided to go full 3D backgrounds with sprite-based characters and effects, and I got to play Star Ocean 2 Remake, and is one of the best in the series in my opinion. I approached this one hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst. And today, we're going to talk about what system is the best way to play Star Ocean 2 Remake, and if this remake is worthy to the original, and if it's good enough to attract new fans and old fans, and is this a lazy remake that will fail to impress, or is it a AAA job? We're going to find out today. My name is Nathan, I cover MMOs and RPGs. Please hit that like button like it owes you money, and please subscribe for more content. I sat down to experience Star Ocean 2 Remake in the hopes that one of the great RPGs of the time, during a beautiful era of JRPGs by the way, the 16-bit to the 32-bit generation of RPGs was a magical time. And I was really hoping that it would blow me away all over again. And immediately I loved the graphics. The mix between the sprites and the wonderfully rendered 3D meshed extremely well. There are times where you almost get a kind of like a Paper Mario feel, where you can tell the sprites are flat, but those times are usually when the camera is moving a little too much, like maybe during a cutscene or something like that, and it didn't really bother me overall. And for the effect that I got from the sprites mixed with the 3D, it was totally worth that weird kind of feeling you get sometimes where you kind of tell the sprite is a flat piece. This is absolutely gorgeous sprite work, full of animations and character, and the fact that the sprites are so large, it really tugged at my little nerdy JRPG heartstrings the entire time. The game looks great on any platform. The Switch is going to get a very slight hit just due to hardware, but it looks fine no matter the platform and runs great. In my opinion, the graphics are going to sell this game to the old school fans for sure. It's faithful to the original, and it actually feels like Star Ocean 2 was always meant to look like this, just with the original vision. They just didn't have the technology to do it like this at the time, so they did the best thing they could, which was pre-rendered backgrounds. The next thing I noticed was the voice acting. For the English, it uses the PlayStation Portable voice acting, and it's serviceable. Sometimes it's kind of bad, but other times it's good enough. Here's the deal. If you watch anime or you play JRPGs, it's not going to blow your socks off, but it's not going to ruin the experience either. There's also an option to go with the original Japanese voice actors or the Japanese PlayStation Portable voice actors. As far as the story goes, it's the original story, so it's great. It hooks you right from the beginning with interesting concepts. It introduces you to the characters in heartwarming ways that grows an attachment to them quickly. There's plenty to love here. Everybody's going to love the story of Star Ocean 2. It's one of the best in the series for sure. The music has been rearranged and it is spot on beautiful with the kind of late 90s vibes I love in a good JRPG. Between the sprite-based characters fusing with the 3D backgrounds and this killer soundtrack, prepare to experience JRPGs in all of their glory during their golden age. This Star Ocean 2 Remake does not disappoint. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Moving around the world, interacting, combat is all extremely smooth and glorious. It's everything you want from a JRPG, simple in design, but can get complex as you level up and attain more abilities. Star Ocean 2 Remake capitalizes on what made the original release feel so fun to play, and now running at 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 5 and the PC versions are going to definitely be the kings here. And even keeping up on 30 frames on the Switch, let's just be honest here, that feels fine. The PlayStation 5, the PC versions are definitely going to be the kings though due to their hardware, and the combat is action-based just like all the Star Ocean series, allowing you to switch between party members at your will and crushing the enemies for that juicy XP. The UI is clean and all feels extremely great. The portraits they've used look really good and really fit the mood of the game. So is the Star Ocean 2 Remake good? Yes, it is extremely good. And it's my most anticipated release for this year. Since the Suikoden remasters have been pushed into 2024, it's a no-brainer that the Star Ocean 2 Remake, this is what I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year. Playing is certainly believing for this release, and Star Ocean 2 Remake does not disappoint. It's got the exact feels the original had at release, because when Star Ocean 2 released originally on the PlayStation, At that time, it was a beautiful showcase of pixel art fused with hand-painted backgrounds, and at that time, it was completely gorgeous. The Star Ocean 2 remake does the same for modern platforms, in my opinion, mixing beautiful sprites with beautiful 3D backgrounds and effects to deliver drop-jaw scenes and the feeling of adventure and exploration on alien planets. Mix all this with the fast delivery to get you into the story and a wonderful cast of characters that grows on you really quick, and we have ourselves another JRPG winner. The Star Ocean 2 remake made me realize that this is how I would love to see new projects be made. Use tech like this. Use the sprite and 3D stuff. It looks so good. Blend these sprites with these 3D backgrounds because the effect is absolutely astonishing, and it's the best way to make it feel new and old school at the same time. It's like the perfect marriage, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually think it's better than the Square Enix HD 2D style that we've been seeing with games like Octopath Traveler. I definitely prefer this approach they used here in Star Ocean 2 Remake, and I really hope we see more remakes made in this style. I hope this video really kind of showcases what I'm talking about and the way that it feels to experience it. The good news is that if you aren't sold yet, you can go try the demo for free. It's available now on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and on PC on Steam. And I'll bet you'll agree that this is a remake that deserves our attention. Whether you played Star Ocean before or not, if you played any of the series, it doesn't matter. This is a wonderful JRPG that showcases the wonder and splendor of the JRPG Golden Age with new graphics that both honor the original and celebrate the tech of today in ways that will delight and excite fans all across the world. This is a must-play for JRPG fans, and I freaking can't wait for the release. Now, as far as picking a platform, the PlayStation 5 and the PC versions are obviously going to be superior. The PlayStation 4 is pretty much on par, pretty close enough, and the Switch does have the noticeable lower frame rates, in my opinion, that are lower, but for me it's still fine because, let's face it, the Switch getting 30 frames is about normal, as that's what almost all of their games run at. I'd say buy it on the system that you enjoy the controls the most, and you will not be disappointed. Or be like me and try it out on each one with the demo and decide for yourself. This wonderful Star Ocean 2 remake launches on November 2nd, 2023, and I can't wait until we can all experience the full game from start to finish, because this is one that's going to go down the halls of fame of how to do a remake for a classic JRPG, and they nailed it here, and I'm all for it. And I'm so excited that we live in a day and age where remakes are being done properly. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's push towards that 20,000 on our long road here on YouTube, covering MMOs and RPGs and all the good nerdy stuff. And until next time, my friends, God bless and happy gaming. I want to give a very special thank you to the members of Napalm for your contributions month over month in keeping me full-time. You help me pay the bills so I can keep streaming and pumping out content, and I truly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and I think you might be interested in becoming a member of the channel. Please click the join button down below the video for more information and join our family. And I want to give an extremely big shout out to the Lords of Napalm: Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Dimeblows, Sparrow, Random Rob, Zelik Lived, Rodney Mom, Gallery Moonsong, What's the Takeaway, Trips, Bad Wolf Gaming, Chrono Guru, Cobalt, William Long, Ohalo, and Robert Daneka. Thank you for your highest tier membership.